please sign in if you didn't. Oh, that's not like you, Okay, roll call of officers. All present. At this time, I'd like to do our appointment for a new board member. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion for roll call for the.
Motion by Pam, second. Second.
So I'll second, yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, who you with?
Well, you might want to mention,
The two names that are.
Yes, we have Mark, there he is, he moved, and George Duncan and Mark Himmelin are our two interested parties.
Mrs. Tilton,
George Duncan.
Mr. Zink,
Mark Heberling.
Mr. Westfall,
George Duncan.
Mr. Karcher.
George Duncan.
Okay, George Duncan.
George, can you swear Mr. Duncan in? George, you might as well come up and, you can let her swear you in and then,
Stand over there and get sworn in, and then
Okay, Mr. Duncan, can you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, George Duncan,
I, George Duncan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties
councilman,
of councilman,
councilman,
the duties of councilman,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay, here's one.
Thank you.
He has to sign. He has to sign.
Right there where sign says.
Where you gotta sign right there.
Now you get to sit with them.
Do I sign
You sign where underneath them, like that, right there.
where it says sworn by for me?
Yeah. Just sign,
Just
right
sign.
there.
I want my name to be shorter, letters bigger. Okay, settle in, you guys can help him out down there. Approval of the minutes,
I'd like to,
additions and corrections for the 4/15, 5/1, 5/8, and 5/13.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of April 15th, May 1st, May 8th, and May 13th.
Okay, motion made by Richard, second.
I'll second the motion.
Seconded by Pam, all in favor? Carried. Financial report. Okay, community bank, general checking, $15,954.63. Highway checking, $17,861.61. Lighting district, $4,672.16. Trust and agency, $10,565.30. And Tasco for the insurance, $5,083.48 for a total of $54,137.18. Money markets in the community, general $14,653.47. Highway $17,327.70. And for the equipment fund, we closed that account because of the fact they wanted to charge us so much a month if we're under $300 or something like that. So we closed it, moved it all to class. So the total of the money markets is $31,981.17. In class, general, $181,420.14. Highway reserve, highway checking, $360,761.64. And reserve equipment fund, $45,604.67, for a grand total of $587,786.45. Any questions on the, can I get a motion to accept financial report?
I'll make a motion to accept the financial report.
Motion by Richard, second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Dick, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried. You're up, Rich.
Okay, conservation, 83 cents. Photocopies, $4.25. Transfer tickets, 2 of them for $1.20. One transfer, $5 one for 30 cents. I did 4 spayed females for $24, 4 neutered males for $24, and 2 unneutered males, $24. Total local shares, $78.58. County is $23.50. New York Ag and Markets is $14, and DEC is $14.17. Grand total, share, revenue coming in, $130.25. And there's no dog report.
No dog report. Okay, can I get a motion to accept the clerk's report?
I'll make a motion to
Mo-
accept the clerk's report.
Motion by Pam, second.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Richard, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
No code enforcement, he's on vacation.
Thank you. I guess it's up to you there, Barry.
All right, well, we're having computer problems with DEF systems and regen systems on the 10 and the 12. The 10 is down right now, don't know what's going on with the computer and that, we can't get nothing extracted out of it. So, till we can get into the computer, we won't know exactly what's wrong with it, but, and our truck's sitting out here with a box up that they refurbished in October of 2014. The cross members are cracked, so we're gonna have to do something with them. I'm probably gonna put some gussets in it to get by with, but we better start thinking about either a box or a different truck. I called Freedom, they already sold their 2010, and the box that Hinsdale had, they sold that to Ishaway, so.
Who fixed that last time? You know?
Ricketts Enterprise
Ricketts Enterprise,
out of Varysburg.
out of Marysburg.
What year is that truck?
That's the '04.
Oh, 04.
Yeah, that's the one that I put all the money into the running gear. The
That's where
truck
we
is
got it
sound
from,
other
that's
than
it?
the box.
No, that's who rebuilt the box in 2014.
14, okay.
Yeah.
How much are boxes?
Huh?
A box, like what's an approximate price?
Between 40 and 50,000.
Why don't you just get it welded?
That, I'm gonna do that, but it's like really so thin. I mean, you can go out and look at it and you'll see,
I've looked
but
at
I'm
it.
gonna put,
I looked at it, Barry. I mean, it just helps Scott Lambert put the whole new bottom in the bottom of the box.
yeah, well, that's just a regular box. These are side dump boxes and they're quite a bit different.
Okay, you think you can't do it?
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
I'm just putting that out there so that
Yeah.
people know
okay.
that I'm having issues with it, so.
All right.
Do you want to have Scott maybe look at it, see what he thinks too?
Yeah, I mean, I can, but if I can do it here by myself and
Oh,
not pay
absolutely.
for it, I'm gonna do that.
What's
right
that
away,
do,
so.
do to rust mostly?
What's that?
Does it do mostly to
Salt,
rust?
Very thin.
Okay.
That, and, yeah, it's very thin from the years of not being washed or nothing, it's, but. And for inquiring minds, I did a sluice pipe on Pigeon Hill Road in the old Lincoln Robley farm. And I heard word through the grapevine that I put driveways in now. Well, I do not put driveways in. I put a driveway tube in there with head walls on it, dug the ditch, and I spread gravel up the driveway just because of the simple fact, for the last 2 winters, we've had water run down that driveway in the winter and it freezes up in the road and I get slick spots. Then I get calls from people saying that there's ice up there. Well, the reason why I put the gravel in the driveway is to build it up to get the water run down the side of the driveway so it goes in the ditch, and that's why I put the sluice pipe in. So,
He paid
if
for all the
anybody,
gravel. He paid for all the gravel.
yes, he paid for the pipe, he paid for all the gravel. And it's like, if anybody has any questions of what I'm doing, please call me, so that I don't have to hear rumors down the road that I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, because they don't understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I'm sick of hearing through the grapevine that I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I shouldn't do that. And yes, the equipment was parked there, and the next day I went up and I graded Gunther Road with the grader. So that's about all I
Is that it?
got.
Okay. Court report?
We took in $1,465 for the month of April. We haven't gotten back from the state, what goes to state and what comes from the town. And we have a total of closed cases of 340 with open cases of 131.
Do they give you your cut whenever, or is that usually on?
Well, we had to have all the towns had to have it in to the state by the 10th of each month,
Okay,
so it's after the 10th. So this will only be in the 7th,
20th.
20th. It's
Okay.
10
Probably
days
it might
long.
be in the mailbox today.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Yep.
Any other officials have anything to report? At this time, I'd like to open it up for public comment. Someone like to start? Anybody? No? Okay, no public comment.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, go ahead, Ginger.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just want to say I'm very disappointed in the board's action tonight. I'm not surprised. I know Mr. Duncan is very strongly in favor of the wind project. It just appeared to at least the people sitting on this side, it would have been nice to have at least one person who would represent the interests of the people in the town that are very concerned about the project. For instance, the 52% of the respondents of your survey who were opposed to the project, the 300-plus members of Farmersville United, the 127 Amish, all of these people really don't have a voice on the board. You know, you, Rob, I think are very much in favor of the project, and you've got family members of the lease. Mr. Westfall is in favor of the project. He's got family members with the lease. Not exactly sure where Mr. Zink stands on the project, but I know he also has involvement in families with the lease. And it appears that Pam is really the only one that doesn't. And it just seems like it would have been fair to at least have all of the people who've been showing up here who have concerns about the project, at least have one voice. It was A.J. Warner, very strong voice in favor of making sure the project is safe. I was really disappointed.
I apologize for that. We are gonna make sure it's safe. And I don't know who's on Farmersville United, so I can't, are they all members of this town?
Yes, A.J. asked at one point for a total listing, and in privacy, we provided it to him, and he confirmed they
I
were all
remember
members
that,
of
yep.
people who live here.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion. I apologize if it's not pleasing. Mark did offer a lot of good. I mean, there was both good candidates, but,
So why did AJ quit? That's the big question right there.
well,
A.J. quit because he was being threatened, to be quite frank.
Okay.
plus AJ has a big workload too. He's going to school, he's very busy.
Changing jobs.
So we pretty much left in that, changing jobs.
Yeah.
But he has personal life to take care of, and he just got married and all that, build a house, so I mean, he had a lot of reasons. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, I'd like to know how you could come up with the conclusion to have decided between the two candidates.
Well, we interviewed them both, and we listened to what they had to say, and, we made a board decision. Well, we just voted, so I mean,
How much time did he have?
he had less than you did, actually.
Really?
Yeah. For the interview, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we went over pretty much everything we went over with you, and that's, you know, that's how we come up.
So what was the big deciding factor that weighed in his favor instead of me?
That was nothing in general,
Nothing in general?
no.
You have an engineer who is willing to give 100% of his salary back to the town, which is worth
Yeah.
$1,500, and that wasn't any good.
There's a lot of good about Mark. I'm not saying he didn't,
But he's not in favor of the project. That's what
Well,
was the problem.
I can't vote for other board members, so.
We
Don't-
got,
don't
I'll
interrupt.
answer this.
Go ahead.
We got the information, we interviewed both candidates, we looked at all of the information from both sides, and we thought it over, we waited, it's been about a week, and we all made a decision. It wasn't against anybody, that's just what we decided.
It's a Republican
Obviously-
seat, and you've given it to an independent who represents.
That doesn't matter.
I can address
Donna?
it being a Republican seat, and I did talk to you,
Yes, you
Bob,
did.
and I did talk to you, Richard. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you, Pam, but I kind of think your mind is made up already, it doesn't make any difference. It was a Republican seat, and Richard, thank you for, trying to fill it with a Republican, so,
Okay,
that's generally
Thank you.
how seats are filled, it certainly is pretty much on the legislature. If it's,
well, that's not how this board's done it in the past, so I mean,
well,
I understand, I'm Republican too, and,
I know you
you
are.
know, you put one in when you can.
no.
But, at this time, we made our decision, and anybody else?
So I have another thing. I brought up the code of ethics from the town, and you guys said you guys discussed it with the lawyer, just because, people aboard here, the family members were getting it from a different town. That's how you guys looked at it, from not recusing yourself. And on here, it doesn't say anything about other towns or anything about the code of ethics. Because some family members, you guys talked to the lawyer, and you guys made your decision about that through the lawyer and his definition. And it doesn't say anything like that. If anybody on the board or anything, family members are on here that is gonna be getting benefits from this, it doesn't mean just because it's from another town, it doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say either way, does it?
No.
You wanna take this, Dave, or?
I mean, this is the first, I'm not quite sure I understand your question, but if I can try to paraphrase it so I can understand. I'm not trying to change your question, I'm just trying to understand your question. You're saying that if a board member here had a family member in another town, in this same project or in another project?
Same project.
Okay, that you would see this as saying that they would not be a
Conflicts
candidate to
of
vote.
interest.
And that hasn't been the ruling from the courts on this type of law.
There has been a ruling for that?
There have been, yes, and this hasn't seen us, it has a per se conflict. Obviously, it does have I think it helps you to see that they may have interests. And the fact that they've disclosed them is key. There's a line out there, it's all disclosed, you know what I mean? It's all out as whose everybody's interest is. The only one who might not is George here. I don't know if he has an interest, I don't know if anybody's looked to that yet.
Which court has ruled on that? You don't know,
I don't have it on my.
state, federal?
Wasn't the decision of the day, you know what I mean? I didn't know you were bringing up this issue. You wanna talk about?
Well, it's probably brought up like for the last 4 months, so.
I was here last month and I didn't hear it.
No, you weren't
missed
here last month, he
I
brought it up
brought
last month.
Okay.
He brought it up last
It
It
month.
wasn't about the other towns, though, it was probably only about the people in our town that they were talking about,
Wow.
in any cases I heard.
Ginger?
Dave, I appreciate your viewpoint, but I would point out that the first disclosure was made in November, many months after there had been significant involvement by Mr. Westfall in the development of the law and public hearing held on October 18th. The only reason the disclosures were made, Dave, is because we made a complaint to the Attorney General, who was still actively investigating Invenergy over this.
I thought the disclosure had been made very early on.
Nope,
Oh,
just Mr.
okay.
Westfall, that's the only
I mean, it
one.
was supposed to be.
Well,
Yes, we agree.
But
And
don't
the AG
disagree.
agrees as
And
well,
again,
that's why they're
again,
investigating.
And there's a court every day open, they can bring the issue up, you know.
you
I
started a
don't
little
dispute
bit later too,
I mean,
so.
it was there. I mean, the regulation, the rules are there. I mean, they should have been made very early. I guess what's a little confusing, Dave, is that this is a code of ethics for the town of Farmersville,
Mm-hmm.
that the town of Farmersville wrote. And you're referring to the court. I guess I'm a little confused.
Typically look,
But the town wrote that for a reason, and now you're saying, well, the court views it a different way.
most laws that we write are subject to interpretation by courts.
we don't usually typically.
Certainly, but you can't even state which law, what the ruling was.
Mark, if I was ready for it and we were gonna discuss this issue, I'm on a totally different issue, I'm somewhere else, I apologize. I will get you guys something on this, I
That
know
would
it's
be
an
great.
issue now, and I'm sorry I wasn't ready for it tonight.
That's okay.
I'm totally somewhere else, okay? There's another issue going on, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, and it's got my attention much more.
Okay.
Okay,
But now that I understand that's your issue, I'll have something for you, okay?
That'd be
And your
great.
name is, sir?
Doug Thompson.
Doug Thompson, okay, thanks, Doug.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna move on to old business. Nobody has any announcements or anything to do?
You want me to? I do have an announcement, okay? And then, did you get it, Ginger? Did you get the email at the 10 minutes to 5? June 11th, we've been setting aside to have a public meeting with regards to the intervenor funds and
Right.
with regards to public comment on the project as a whole. And they scheduled it.
June
They
11th.
scheduled, yeah, June 11th, just so everybody gets
I got
it.
it
There's
written
an
here.
information forum and public statement hearing on June 11th, starting at 1:30 in the Arcade Fire Hall. And then at 6 PM at the school, Pioneer Central School. Does anybody need addresses on that? Or is that enough
Which
for you?
is it? Pioneer, which school? Did you just tell me?
The
Central High School.
The high school
The high school?
auditorium,
Okay.
12145 County Line Road, Yorkshire.
Okay.
And I can leave this for you if you need it, you wanna post it, because again, I know a lot of you are interested. So that's the public comment section.
Okay,
And then the next day, June 12th at 10:30, they're going to have another hearing, which I believed was the hearing that was supposed to be on June 11th, was at the Pioneer School to discuss a procedural conference will be held, Administrative Law Judge Dakin Lacus.
the cakes,
I'm sorry?
the cakes, he gets really
The
mad when
cakes,
you
okay.
mispronounce it.
Thank you. And, well, we'll see how he does in DiMatteo.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Department of Public Service, Michael Caruso of the Department of Environmental Conservation on June 12th. Please take notice, Pioneer School talks about this. This procedural conference is being held to identify interested parties and issues for adjudication, to discuss procedural schedule, to allow examiners to question and make rulings, previously filed requests for intervenor funds.
what time is that?
That's at 10:30 on June 12th.
Okay,
I mean, they told us June 11th. My entire calendar on June 11th, I had reserved, because when they did it, and everybody started complaining after they did it, saying, hey, look, you told us June 11th, you got a time? Or are we starting at 12:01 at midnight and going until we're done? So then they give us these notices today. June 11th is for the public, and then June 12th at 10:30 is for the intervenor funds. And again, and then as I was leaving the office, you started getting letters from agencies complaining to the fact that they won't be available. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the Department of Ag and Markets. Because again, I think the attorneys thought that that was, the first one was more for public comment, and
right.
and the second one, June 12th, which we thought was June 11th, was more for attorneys. So
Okay.
it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. How's your calendar that day? You free both days? Huh,
Well, I'm self-employed, so.
yeah, I'm self-employed
I'll
too,
make
man.
myself available.
Lots of courts telling me where I'm going to be. So that was somewhat frustrating, but just so you know, so there's 2 dates, 2 important dates.
Yeah,
June 11th for public comment. Again, I know you guys have offered us a lot of attention on this. June 11th is public comment. And then June 12th is for talk about the intervenor
I
funds.
imagine it'll be just like it was last time, right?
Where's the June
They
12th?
put out a whole,
Sorry,
date's
where's the
got
June
the
12th?
thing, but they put out a whole
Pioneer School.
series of what's gonna be required of people, so
Okay.
I would definitely read it.
June 12th is at the, I'm just Pioneer High School, okay?
Right.
At 10:30?
Who's
At
holding the
10:30.
public hearing on
Yeah.
the 11th then?
Say his name again?
Lakes and Caruso,
Yeah.
ALJ is Lakes from the DPS and
Just as you're
ALJ
attended, eh?
Caruso from the DEC.
Okay. Get done for right now. I'm gonna do,
Okay, yep,
Now,
sure.
I have a question about the intervenor funds. Can elected officials get that, those intervenor funds?
no,
You mean for their own personal use?
No, well, for whatever they might be involved in.
The way the intervenor funds are set out, there's a portion of them that are available for the municipalities and a portion of them that are available for uninvolved municipalities or people who are objecting to the project.
okay.
And that's all on a handy dandy website too.
Can I just add a point too, to underscore what you talked about? I know there's been, and as you know, I represent Invenergy. There's a lot of incorrect statements that have been made about purported conflicts of interest and everything else. I think what Mr. DiMatteo just read reinforces a point we've made, and I think everybody can appreciate, is that it's the state and the siting board under the Article 10 process that actually decides the project, not this particular board. I think what has been before the board is a general local law about height and other things. What is going to ultimately decide the project is the state, not this board. That was changed years ago under the Article 10 process. And so to the extent anybody has feedback, questions, et cetera, on the particular project, this is the proper forum that Dave mentioned to raise that and to participate and to be heard. This board is not the decider of that.
Other thing, just so you know, and I didn't read the entire notice, but I'm gonna get it to Bridget so she posts it. You don't necessarily have to appear, you can also do your letter submissions. I just, some people just don't like to go talk in a big forum. Your letter submissions are still welcome. And I will definitely leave these for Bridget. We should post them.
Yep.
Put them on our website.
You have that
Okay, I
list,
can get
so
that up
everybody gets
tomorrow.
one.
Yep, I'll get to them.
that has in there too, what Ginger was talking about what they want us to do and stuff like that on that list of the dates?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Anybody else on that? I like to bring up, for the engineers, we did check the procurement policy and this bidding was, I know you were interested in that, right? About the procurement, can't say that very good, policy. And that was done by that, and the rates for GHD is $190 an hour, estimated proposal $30,000. BNL, $150 an hour, estimate proposal $48,500. So we did do our research on that. I'm looking possibly for a motion to vote on engineer.
I'll make a motion to vote on the engineer.
Well, yeah,
Richard,
yeah, we can't
Dick, you can't vote.
no.
Sorry.
Motion made by Pam, second by George, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Mr. Westfall, I think you abstained, correct?
Beg pardon?
You
Yep.
abstained?
Abstain, yes. I just had a question, but I see that there's quite a few hours from one person as compared to the other one, even though his rate is lower. I just wonder, sort of significant, I don't know if you should check that out or not.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that GHD is being used by a number of the towns, and so I think there's some synergy, economies of scale happening.
Right, they're gonna be in the area pretty much all the time, so. Okay, moving, do you have anything else on wind?
Okay, so
Oops.
what exactly are we,
We voted for GHD.
okay, you didn't say that. I need to,
Okay. We need a roll call anyway.
okay, you do, that's what I'm asking. You doing a roll call?
That was a roll call.
Okay. Mrs. Tilton,
GHD.
Mr. Duncan.
That was my dad, Jordan.
Sorry, you told Mr. Duncan we would do roll call. GHD, or what was
He
the other
wasn't
one?
really here for that
Or do you
interview.
wanna,
You can
are
abstain.
you staying if you want? It's up to you.
You weren't there for the interview, so if you wanna abstain, you can.
Whatever you want me to do.
Right, it's up to your,
Good laugh, huh?
okay,
Mr. Zink.
GHD.
How do you vote on something you weren't?
okay, guys,
He didn't.
Mr.
didn't vote.
Karcher.
So you got.
GHD. We got three votes.
That put me down as abstaining.
Yep.
And Mr. Westfall has abstained.
Okay, June 1st, 8 o'clock AM is mandatory training for sexual harassment. I just want everybody to pass that on. Not everybody,
Just
anybody involved in the town. Volunteers, all that. Okay, we also did, if you're wondering what we did on 5/1 and 5/8, there was a court audit on 5/1, and we did the clerk audit on 5/8.
I need a motion on that you, so I can send it into the court system that you
We
were
did
happy.
that form though, right?
You did the form, but now I need it in the minutes that you
Okay.
guys did it and made a motion that they were all in good
Okay,
working order.
I guess I was looking for a motion that we did the, put it in
Cause
the
they won't
minutes.
just accept the form, I called them that day after we
Okay,
did
to
it.
put it in the minutes that we did the court audit.
I'll make a motion stating that we completed the court audit on May 1st, and we found no deficiencies or irregular, or issues. That's the
Can we get a
word to use.
second as that was worded?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Dick. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Into 5/8.
5/8 we don't need to do. We
No,
just need-
it's
I
the
just
court
need the
system
court
is a
system.
little bit different. Anybody have any other old business?
I do.
Yes.
You guys, as I became aware a couple of months ago, you guys drafted a moratorium on solar energy.
It was a renewal.
Right, and I set out to start to look at this. So this is a very preliminary draft law for your review.
Is that the same as the one emailed me?
Could have been,
I'll take
yeah.
that one just.
It could have been changed again, it's draft, so it's
Yeah.
real early, not final format, so. I got a couple of copies here, Ginger, if you wanna look at it. I always appreciate your comments.
In a year?
Excuse me?
Has it been a year?
No, don't come
No.
out till September. You have to
So,
do it in
I-
September.
Is that
I'm just,
1 year or
my
2 years?
suggestion is I'll leave it on your desk,
So I'll have to look it up.
let it
I'll-
age,
I'll know.
write over it, tell me what I did wrong. A lot of it's without, your guidance, so.
I'm not sure if that was a 1 year or 2 year. I mean, we gotta get it
You
done.
gotta get it done, yeah.
The windmills was kinda
I
tying
didn't know
us
you
up,
had a
so,
moratorium. One of the key things when you adopt a moratorium is you're gonna work on it.
right,
So, we're working on it.
yep, okay. Very good.
Now, I did, a gentleman that I work with at one of my other businesses, he's on the zoning board in, Perry, and they're working on theirs, Perry and
A
Castile.
totally different world.
So I'm gonna say though, he gave me a copy, so if anybody's
But you have to
interested
be
in,
very careful when you're, because again, you guys don't have land use regulations.
Right.
You've only picked a couple of subject matters that you've chose to regulate. So if you're, maybe solar isn't something you wanna regulate. I understand that you don't like to put a lot of personal regulations on landowners here. You don't have zoning or land use, so I tried to respect that, and you'll see no regulations on personal use. You'll see it only on utility and large-scale solar.
Right.
And again, that's, and I